Well, what's up, everybody? It's Justin from JM Naturescapes. I am out in Grand Rapids at the Winter Wonderland exhibit. Pretty sure that's not what it's called, but that's okay. Get this big, I think this is a blow-up frog. It's kind of funny. We have a really interesting mix of different types of lights out here. We have the white lights. We have these really bright orange halogen lights. It is the World of Winter exhibit. It looks like they're trying to keep things nice and warm by having all these frogs everywhere. What a fun, interesting little thing to do. So my plan tonight is maybe you can see these rings going on over here. Is originally I was thinking that I would do some star trails with these rings, this tunnel, but I saw some other shots and they are pretty perfectly east to west, so I don't really know if that's going to work out very well. Check this thing out. Drop the ISO a little bit. And I can't. How cool is that? That'd be pretty cool to get star trails with. I'll have to find Polaris. But let's try to figure out a composition that works for what my idea was. So here we are. Look how neat this looks. There we go. Isn't that cool? Very neat looking. So now we gotta find Polaris. Pretty sure it's somewhere over there. I'm gonna grab photo pills out, try to find out, because I'm pretty sure that up there is Jupiter. I'm pretty sure Jupiter's in the west right now. I haven't been out in a long time, so honestly I haven't been paying attention too much. I know that the moon is pretty bright and it's pretty much directly overhead. So let's keep looking around, try to get some compositions. It really doesn't help that we have these super bright LEDs right here too. All the glares in my eyes. What a cool little thing. Yeah, so I was right on the money. North is this way. South is this way. Because it's faint. But Orion is right on the other side here. See? All right, let's get a composition. All right, so I think I have kind of found my composition, but what I really need to check now is if Polaris is actually going to be in my frame. So let's go ahead and get photo pills out and we can check exactly where north is. Any planetarium app will work. Stellarium is another great choice. So I have figured out that it appears that the North Star is going to be in my shot. It is actually going to be right over those two big buildings. So I have this kind of leading that way with all the crazy circles going on, and I have these buildings in the same shot. So I have these cool circles over here,
I'm going to have this circumpolar star trail going on over there. So now I need to get about an hour to 2 hours with the star trails. So let's get going on that. Okay, so I've actually played around with several different test shots, several different exposures. I don't really have a lot of depth of field going on. The infinity is only 7 feet away from my 14mm anyways. So I settled at f4, ISO 100, and anywhere between like 1 and 15 seconds I kind of played around with. I'm really liking the colors in the underexposed when the lights are kind of going on, but there's not enough cool lights in the backgrounds on the buildings unless I'm doing the longer 10, 15 second exposures. So I'll probably end up doing a bracketing kind of exposure blend for the final foreground. But it is incredibly tough to get any stars to show because of how bright the circles are. So what I think I might actually end up doing is I might move the tripod in between some of these lights and just kind of get a close as I can shot of kind of where the buildings are. I'll get the star trails and then I'll just kind of try to drop them in. So that is going to be my plan for tonight, and all I can say is I hope it works out. Great, so now that I've moved my tripod, what I'm actually doing now is I'm previewing the last image and trying to line up these buildings in my nuke shot so I can just overlay the sky shot there next. And I will be here for probably the next hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2, just letting this camera go and watching these lights go by. Well, I've moved the camera again, and I will say that I can't quite find the shot that or the space that I need to get the sky shot. So there is a path that goes down and around here. So I'm gonna go down here and get the shots down here, hopefully. And this is probably gonna be my last resort in terms of getting the sky shot. If not, if the circles don't work out, at least I'll get this cool shot over here. So I found a good spot down here. Got a nice vantage point. I can't seem to get exactly what I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna go with what this is and kind of hope for the best. So I'm gonna get both cameras going on star trails, see how they go. And you'll see the shots here at the end of the video. Well, it's been about an hour. I got some star trails. Maybe I should have done them over there. Oh well. Composition wise, honestly not too much of a fan of what I ended up with. You can definitely see more stars over there to the south. That's just where the bright ones are. But hopefully I'm able to edit through some shots and we'll just see how it is.
Here is that exposure blended shot. I actually took 5 different shots at 5 different brightness levels and blended them all together to create this image here. Here is a single image of the 14mm star trails I was doing, and while I am a fan of the composition and I do like it, I had no idea how dirty my lens was the entire night. You can just see the dust everywhere on the lens, and I'm fairly embarrassed that I honestly didn't even recognize it. The star trail shots on the wide angle are pretty much unusable. Here is a short time lapse from my 28mm of the stars in motion. And this next shot here is going to be all those shots put together for the star trail image. And what's really funny is Polaris is a little bit further to the right than I initially thought. I was under the impression that it was pretty much right in the middle of those buildings, but either way, I'm very happy with the way that this turned out for this particular photo. Here is that final image of the bracketed foreground and the star trails, and I'm honestly a lot more happy with it than I thought I would be. The main issues are just the lens is so dirty, and I'm getting those speckles everywhere, and I just need more time on the star trails. 1 hour was just not enough. I really needed 4, maybe even 6 hours, because my goal is I wanted to play with circles for this image. I wanted the circumpolar star trail, the circle motion of the stars going around Polaris, and I wanted these circles to kind of be the other focus of circles throughout the image. So I just needed more time, and doing star trails in the city, if you don't have a really super safe location, I would not recommend, because it just requires so much time.
As difficult as I think the editing process is gonna be, I can't help but wonder, because we have such a decent moon out, a little over half a moon, if I had to guess, if trying the star trails again with the new moon, if that would be easier.